Hey guys, it's Maymay.
Her trusty sidekick.
My plan is if it goes south, y'all won't know because I got on my sunglasses.
You don't think them big dribbles run down your face will?
If it starts, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put these up on my head. If it starts, I'm just gonna close the shades. Welcome in. I'll tell you, you've had a pretty busy morning. So we've been really busy this morning. Like I can't even say really enough, right? Like phone calls, meetings, prepping for this, prepping for that, trying to get everything done. So we've been real busy today. So good morning so far. Here's the deal. I did not get to play with this stamp set to make you guys any samples. And in the video when I revealed it, I told you that what I love about these critter sets when we give you 3 critters is laying them out on these cards, like cutting through or whatever. I just thought I'd make that and show you. I thought, and so what does the thumbnail mean about crafting without a net? I haven't opened this. We're crafting without a net. That's what my thumbnail says. And it's got this adorable squirrel in it.
I saw that.
I love the squirrel. So we're crafting without a net. Okay. Not a net, not like a friend Annette. Not like Annette Funicello. Is that Funicelli? What was her name? Y'all tell me in the comments. But without a net to catch us. Okay, let me show you a trick. So when you're wanting to make one of these little cards, you probably know what I'm talking about. If you don't, stick around, you'll know. You want 3 different images so you can play in 3s. 3s are pleasing to the eye. Some people like 2, some people like 1, some people like 5s, whatever. But 3 work really well on this card. This is the size hole I want to punch out. It's a 2-inch circle punch. Okay, it's my EK punch. I cut for myself like a template circle. So here's the circle. Go to your stamp sets, go to your critters, and just kind of lay that over. And if they get close, they don't have to be exact. If they get close, they're going to work in this technique. Okay, so it's just a good way for you to go, can I use this stamp set? If you got one that's like huge, it's not going to work for this particular technique. Then what I want you to do is take your circle and a pencil, which the only thing I use to write with are pencils, and they always disappear. I just made this pencil. Okay, so one thing I want to try to do is I want to try to have this stump coming out of the corner down here with this little guy on top of it. I don't know, may not work. That's what I mean. I don't know. So I think I'm going to punch a hole down here, but I'm going to kind of push it a little bit. Let me show you what I mean. See how that's cutting off the little tip if I leave it right here? I'm really okay with that. I think I'm going to let this hole be as big as I can make it right here. Meaning, I'm going to line it up from corner to corner. Watch what I mean. My tracer's broke. Okay. So see how I've got that? When I punch that, I'm losing that whole corner. That's good because it's going to give me a bunch of space. That's what I'm hoping for. Then I'm going to come up here. I want one here and then one up here. So let's do one about here. And I want it to hang off the edge a little bit because it'll just look cute like that. So I'm going to trace it. You don't have to trace. You can just go to punching. But I just thought if you were someone who gets nervous about just going to punch, I'd show you how you could do this. Then up here, I think I'm just going to let it kind of drop down. Maybe either have this little guy up in there like that and just see kind of the top of him or something. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. Is it okay we don't have a plan? I'm okay with it. I mean, how many times do you sit down at your craft table and you don't have a plan? Sometimes we have plans.
Sometimes.
Sometimes we don't. Sometimes you feel like a nut. Sometimes you don't.
Sometimes you're just winging it.
Sometimes, most of the time I'm winging it. So now that I've traced that, I'm going to come in here and punch. So you'll see here how close it gets. Wow, that's ugly. And I'm going to cut that off. I have not crafted in so long, I don't know where anything is. Let me just tell you that. So I'm going to cut where it just hung there. Just like that. And then I'm going to cut right here. If I'm slow today, it's because I don't know where anything is anymore right now. I think this is my first day back in this room fully.
Yeah, what made it punch so jagged?
My paper. I think I got it wet. Okay. Lunch was delivered to me 17 minutes ago right here. So I had like 10 minutes to put some food down. So I ate here, put it behind me, Came back, I think I had some water on the something.
could have.
Could have been something on the surface. That's what I think it was. Sometimes, though, they'll do that. If you have a stamp set that's punching jaggedy, here's what they say do. I cannot do it, but here's what they say do. They say punch it through aluminum foil. Yeah, see, that one did fine. I think I had the paper wet. They say punch it through aluminum foil a couple times to sharpen it. Your girl can't do metal on metal. That's not a thing for me. Mm-hmm. Metal on metal is not a thing. How funny that I got my paper wet. Okay. It was probably cheese. So, there's our Swiss cheese of background. Now, I said I'm crafting without a net. I did do a little prepping. I did this, okay? So, I went to the Cricut and I cut the SVG out. You get a free SVG with my stamp sets. I'm so surprised how many people don't know that, and I'm so surprised whenever I say it how many people go, I didn't know that, right? Like, you'll be surprised. If you didn't know, say I didn't know. But you get a free SVG, so you can use it in any machine you have that uses an SVG. Now, if you have a Cricut, I have a video showing you how to do it. If you have a Scan and Cut, I have a video showing you how to do it. If you have a Silhouette, I'm not your girl, I don't have one of those. But any video showing you how to use an SVG will work. One thing I wanted to show you is this particular file made two cuts, or needed two passes. And the reason for that is, sometimes, because SVGs cut on the outside of an image, sometimes they take up a little more space than a 4x6 can hold when it's an SVG, okay? So I had to cut on this mat and this mat. Now then, enough of all of that talking. Just craft.
Well, you have to tell them what you're doing.
Just craft. That's what I say when I watch videos. Can we just craft? I'm so bad about it.
Yeah, if you want to go to the Maymay School of watching videos, don't talk, just do.
Listen, or use that fast forward feature. Vince hates that I use that fast forward feature, but I love it. There's a feature on your screen right here. If you're sick of watching me in real time, go down there and put it in 2x speed. First off, it's hilarious. Like, I'll sound like a southern chipmunk. If you've never heard, if you want to know what that sounds like, do it. But I love fast forward speed. Oh, look, you guys. Okay, this is so on me. Do you see that this guy is attached to this little guy? And it's my fault. This is me, okay? Because I am so big on trying to use every bit of space on a stamp set, sometimes I get them too close to each other and the little bleed touches. All you gotta do is cut them apart just like that. Just separate them. But I try to get and my stamp company fusses at me. They're like, they're too close. I know, but if I don't, but I need it that size and I need it like that.
It's because you want to create the most possible value that you can in a stamp set.
I want so much
Shove
on
that
there.
bad boy full of stuff.
I want so much on there. Also, did you guys notice I cut in craft paper? There's a reason for that.
It's not white, black, or red.
I want to color easy. I want to do simple coloring. All right. Oh, man. I can't use that. I can't use VersaFine. I can't use pigment because I want to use my alcohol markers. So we're going to use Memento. Now, I'm going to tell you something. Y'all saw me just take these out of the package. Let me show you what you do. You're going to season as you go. Go into your scrap bin. Find a little scrap. We're going to season as we go. So I'm just going to stamp off one time. Oh, look how... I'm going to tell you something. Y'all probably think, that squirrel was easy. This squirrel was so hard to get right. Ask Miss Sylvia. This squirrel and us, we went round and round about this guy trying to get him right. Because I'm so picky about faces. And animal faces can really get weird. We spent so much time on this guy.
Okay, Mrs. Alabama says that's why she enjoys pre-recorded videos, and too bad you can't do it on live. I don't know if she is saying...
You can do it on a live, and you can't fast forward a live while it's going, but if you watch one after the fact, you can.
Okay, it appears that whenever you get a text message, it is showing up on the video.
Oh, great. How do you fix that?
So.
Hang on a second. Sorry, y'all. You're going to get nothing for a second. Hope that'll do it. Will it? Never seen that happen before. All right, you'll be back in a second. You're wrong.
Tamitha sent you the warning.
Oh, gosh.
Actually, she sent it to me to tell you that your text messages are coming through on your phone.
If that keeps happening. Hang on, let me see if I can do this real quick. I don't know why. I am using a different program today. I told you I was trying to use a different program.
What does it mean when your nose itches? Because mine is
People
on
are talking
fire
about you.
today.
People talking
I thought that
about
was
you.
your ears burning.
Oh yeah, company's coming.
Is that your nose itching?
I think so. Timothy texted me and see if that fixed it. Okay, where am I at? This guy. Anyway, we were talking about faces. They're so hard to get right. You have to really, really, really work animal faces. Because you don't want them to look creepy and you don't want them to look too realistic. Because if you make them too realistic and people are true artists, they kind of won't like your work. Does that make sense? They'll be like, this is not enough. I usually don't get a lot of text messages, so I hope they weren't really bad text messages. All right, then. Well, there's that. Let's do the stump. Did she test it?
Kim says somebody's coming to see you with a hole in their britches.
If your nose itches?
I don't understand that, but okay.
All right, stump.
This person said if your nose is itching, kiss someone.
You want to smooch?
Well, they may not want to say
Is
that.
that just an excuse for you to get a sugar?
Look, I just read what somebody else said.
Did you type that in there and say it?
I did not.
I think you might have. Okay, I don't think I want any of these. I cut everything. I don't think I want any of those nuts for this project.
Patty says nose itch means you're going to kiss a fool.
Oh, don't kiss me then. But I think I do want a sentiment. Which one do I want? I think I want that oh nuts one. Do I want this one? I don't think so. I think I just want oh nuts. Do I? I'm not going to do that. We're just going to do that. We're just going to get the squirrels. I'll save all those other little cuts for later. You don't, by the way, if you're doing an SVG, you don't have to cut them all. My habit is to cut them all, and then when I put them into the little containers that I keep my stamps in, I drop all those in there, and I just think it's cute. Maymay, is the Cricut Joy the best purchase? Need easy to program. You don't have to program the Joy. You use the Design Space program. Cricut Joy has been my favorite purchase digital electronic cutting machine ever.
Diane wants to know, is it the best one to purchase? She needs something that's very easy.
I think it's very easy. I love it. The Joy particular, you need to know this about me. If there's a Cricut machine, I own it. Have owned it or own it.
Yes.
Right? The Joy is my favorite purchase. Sitting right here is my Maker 3. Maker 3, love this guy. He's great. Super fast. Will scare you to death when it starts loading a mat. This is so fast. But I love my Joy more. No holds barred. No holds barred. Okay.
Michelle, considering the fact that my body is like a dried up raisin, my skin is just like alligator dry. So that very well could be that my nose is itching because my skin's dry.
Your nose could just be itching.
It could just be itching. It could just be as simple as
it doesn't
my
ever
nose
have to
is
be
itching.
anything.
I might have got too much pepper into off my taco.
You know, we don't do superstition, so it's probably not that.
Yeah.
What I'm doing here is using those little pre-stamps I did, those little first stamps, to find a color I want. Now, I do not want to spend a lot of time on this. Obviously, this is a live show I try to do in 30 minutes. So I'm looking for one shade, maybe two. Ooh, let's see how that one does. I don't want to do a whole lot of work here. And if I feel like this is going to be too much work, I may pull out color pencils. Okay, that was too yellow. Ooh, that's not too bad. Basically, I want the same color as the cardstock. Let's do that. Let's go to Ginger Peach. Georgia Peach. Ginger Peach. I don't know why they named it Ginger Peach. It should be Georgia Peach, right?
Or Clanton Peach.
Okay, I'm thinking it's that. I'm thinking it is Ginger Peach. I've shown you how to do this before. I think I have a whole video on using one marker.
Those are the Nuvo markers, right?
Yeah, they're fantastic. I'm also testing out apricot blush. Why am I waiting? Okay, I know you're probably thinking, well, why are you testing it? You need to let it dry. You need to see how it's going to dry on the cardstock. I really love apricot blush, honestly. But I think I'm going to go with Georgia Peach because I think it'll be less work. I'm going to get my blender, if I can find it. So I'm going to use 2 markers today, 476 and 507. And this is this lunch bag? Is this Brutus Monroe lunch bag? I'm not sure. This may be the PA cardstock.
Okay, Colleen says this. She says, I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but when I clip on your SVGs, they open up in the wrong size.
I don't know
Please
why either.
advise.
Are you all right, listen, when you open my SVG from the website, you right click and save it. That's all you do. Right click and save it. You don't download, nothing like that. Right click and save it. You can watch my video too. When you put it into your program, you upload it in the program and then you go to town. You don't have to do any adjusting. I don't understand. I've only had a few people say that, but I don't know where the disconnect is. We've tried to figure it out, but it doesn't do that for us. Y'all, I got to change my mind. I looked at that color again, and it's just not right.
Okay, you have another question from Kathy. She says, Maymay, your favorite is the Joy, but which one do you use more?
The Joy, I use it constantly.
But it's because of the size and where it sits on your desk.
It's because of what I craft.
And
I've said this. Listen,
what
don't
you
say
use.
nothing. Listen, this is the issue. How do you craft? Answer that question, and you'll pick the right machine. The machine. I've said that 1,000 times. How do you craft? Here it is. Finally, I found it. Apricot blush. I couldn't find it. If you're a vinyl maker, you probably don't want the Joy. If you're a T-shirt maker, if you're going to be making big projects, if you're going to put vinyl on 10-foot walls, you want the Maker. You see what I'm saying? Oh, it's a thing I step off into. You know what I'm saying? It's a thing. Let me step off into it while I'm coloring. Here's what I'm going to do when I'm coloring. If I want something to be dark, I'm going to color it solid. Everything else is just going to get highlighty, liney. I'm not doing anything. I'm not doing any major coloring. Obviously, I'm going to use one color in a blender. Okay, let me talk to you. When you're choosing a machine, the most important thing for you to decide is, can you use the software it comes with? Listen to me. If you are not a techie person, if you don't like computers, if you don't like all that stuff, electronic cutting machines are not for you. I'm just going to be honest with you. Maybe this is the new Maymay. I'm not going to pull any punches. If you don't like to learn technology, if you don't like to learn software, there is no machine out there that does not have a software and that does not use technology. Those machines don't exist, including the scan and cut. Even though you can scan something and cut it, there's still a software that goes with it, okay? And it's still techie. That's number one. So the first thing you need to do is play with the software that comes with the machine. You can do that. Like with Cricut, you can download it and use it for free and play with it. You can take classes. I have a class on my, I have a class. What's that class called? So that's number one. Can you use the software that comes with it? Okay. Number two, does your technology work with it? This is important. If you've got outdated technology, there's a very good chance the new stuff is not going to work with your outdated technology. And a lot of times we don't want to say that to people because we don't want to be like, we don't want to hurt people's feelings. Look, I'm the worst about upgrading. The only thing I upgrade on time is my phone. I upgrade my phone every single time I can upgrade because I always get better graphics, right? But like my technology, my computer, these computers are old, if you think about it.
Well, I mean, they're several years old.
And they work well, but at some point they're not gonna work well because things upgrade, right? So make sure if you, and here's the question you have to ask yourself: can I afford technology? Can I upgrade my technology? If you can't upgrade your technology, don't do it to yourself. Don't buy yourself a machine that you can't run. I'm telling you the things that people say after they make the purchases. The other thing, then you go here. Okay, what do I want this machine to do? So I like the software. I'm comfortable with it. I'm not scared of technology. That's number one. Number two is my machine, all my technology will work with it, whatever it may be. And number three is, what do I use the machine for? Now, here's what's important. Machines can do a lot of things. Just because they can doesn't mean you have to. This is where people get wrapped up in this. They go, I bought this machine, now I don't know what to do. It's not really that. It's I don't know where to start. Don't start with like doing everything the machine can do. Do what you love to do. If you're a paper crafter, use that machine to paper craft and only get the one you really need for that. If you're a vinyl user, get the one that works for the kind of vinyl you do. Maybe you're a, I was thinking about changing that, but I'm not. Maybe you're someone that makes home decor out of vinyl. Get a machine that works for that. Maybe you're a card maker. If you're a card maker, you need the Joy sitting on your desk. If you're a stamper card maker, you need the Joy, 100%. And you don't even need any of the other machines. If you're only going to use it for card making and for doing your SVG cuts, you don't need any other machine. Just the Joy. And the Joy does a lot more than that. That's what I was saying, right? So step 1, step 2, step 3, what do I use it for? And then step 4, this is important. What is the newest technology I can afford? That's what's important. Do not buy something, hear me out, okay? Don't be mad. I'm not a fan of the eBay selling and the yard selling and all that kind of stuff. Let me tell you why. You have no idea who had that machine before you or how it was treated. You don't know if a toddler came in the room and moved the carriage around. You don't have any idea how that machine was treated. And if you're going to invest, don't do it that way. Now let me say this. If you find a machine for $20, take a shot. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You find something for 15, 20, 30, somebody has a library full of cartridges and all this kind of stuff, and you want to deal with cartridges and they want $100, take a shot if you can afford it. But don't do that to yourself. If you really want a machine that you know everything about, buy a new machine. That way you have warranty. You have access to the folks at Cricut, which you do anyway, but you have access to the folks at Cricut. You can register your machine. They can be aware of your machine. If it's wrong, they can fix it. And anybody watching today will tell you that Cricut has the best customer service. I called the other day because I don't have any brain cells. And I was trying to use the maker and it wouldn't pay her. And I was so frustrated. It was me. It was not it. It was me. And I called, and the little guy, I do know a lot about Cricut, right? So he tells me what to do, And I'm like a step ahead of him every time. And when we got done, I said, okay, it's working. Thank you so much for your help. I appreciate it. And he was like, I didn't do anything. That's what he said. He said, you did it. I didn't do anything. And I said, I just needed your support, and I appreciate it. It was so funny. He was like, but I didn't do anything. It was cute. But they have the best customer service. See, that's kind of what I wanted right there. Isn't that cute? That's going to be cute. Let's ink it. All right. I think that's my 4. Is there a 5th step? Yes. Number 5. Do not leave it in the box. Not for the reason you think. Not because I'm going, you got to craft. You need to craft. Here's why. You leave it in the box and you don't open it for a year, 6 months, whatever, and the warranty runs out, ain't a thing you can do about it. You did not check it. You did not find out. If you bought a new car, would you bring it home and park it in the garage until the warranty ran out? No. You would drive that thing to make sure, right? You would check it. That's what you got to do with a machine. Don't leave it in the box. Even if you only craft with it like 5 or 6 times. Well, I've been on my soapbox. All right. Did that spark questions? That's 5. That was 5. I think that's good tips, right?
Most everybody's just thanking you for your knowledge.
For my brutal honesty?
Your brutal honesty and your knowledge.
Brutal honesty.
I think that's one thing they love about you. You just
say it like it is. Listen, it's money out of your pocket. Do not get wrapped up in, I'm so guilty. So yesterday we got home. I love technology. And we got home yesterday and we were sitting out on the back porch and you were watching a video and I was watching a video. Remember, we were just sitting out there having a good old time. And one of the girls I love, Justine, she does the best tech reviews. She had a new tech review for the DJI gimbal product. And do y'all remember the other day when Vince did the live and he didn't know that with the iPhone, you have to be super, super steady and all that kind of stuff. And he didn't know and he wouldn't know. And I had to go hold the phone for him, even though I was trying to just sit in the corner and whine. That's what I feel like I've been doing, sitting in the corner and whining.
Oh, come on.
So I had to hold the phone for him. Well, anyway, we were sitting out there and she did that review, and the DJI products are incredible. And when she did it, I was like, this thing's going to be $500. And so I just went and looked at it, and it wasn't. It was only $159. And
so guess what happened?
No, that's not the first thing that happened. I looked at Vince and I said, hey, babe. He's like, yeah. I said, remember the other day when you had to do that live and it was really shaky and you couldn't hold the camera still enough and I had to do that while you were walking around? And he was like, yeah. And I said, so for $175, I can fix that. And he went, okay. And I bought it. Listen, I love new technology and I get excited when it comes out. Now, I had a gimbal before. A gimbal is the camera stand that holds your camera really still, and like it's almost like they use in the movie theaters where you can do this and it holds itself still. I had one before, but I didn't love it. And I'm hoping I love this one. All right, I need paper with some color. Let's see what we can find in here. This was just close. I know
Donnie
I'm
says
late.
when my nose itches, it means somebody else wants to kiss me.
I always want to kiss you. That's why
Or
I
do you think
married you.
someone else means somebody besides you wants to kiss me?
No, somebody besides you wants to kiss you. Somebody else better not be trying to kiss you. Got to go through me. Let's try this. Let's try this. All right. Any questions about my ramblings? Y'all, I have been doing this so much lately. This trimmer and my craft trimmer. Am I just holding it in a way I used to not hold it?
You snatching it? Or
I'm
something?
snatching it apart, and I didn't used to do that. I don't know why. If it's me or if it's them, probably me.
If any of you have a tip to make your glasses not make your nose raw,
I told
I
you.
would appreciate it.
We got to
Some
either
help.
get them adjusted or go get you some little patty.
Because that
things.
bad boy is killing me.
All right. By the way, I cut this piece right here 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, the whole size of the front of a card. So see how I put that color behind there? I think that will help when I go to loading this up. See, to kind of give us, and I'm going to use dimension too. So then let's put this little guy maybe here. Look how cute. I just think when you have 3 like
That's
this.
the new fall paper pack from Photo Play that you're using there, right?
I think so.
Judy wants to know what's the name of it.
Autumn Greetings?
Autumn something, I think.
Autumn Greetings from Photo Play.
Autumn Greetings from Photo Play. But apparently we're sold out of it. It was on sale
You
this
put it on
past
sale and
weekend.
sold out. So I think what I'm going to do here is cut some little pieces to look like ground. Just some dark brown pieces if I can find some dark brown. I could use green to add a little color. Let's try that.
And Judy, if I am sold out of it, that probably means I'm not going to get it back because it's already fall. And it may be too late.
Not too late to get it, just too late to have it in store because it'll sit.
I can probably still order it, but I don't want to order much of it.
Yeah, see that? Just to give it a little sit in place. Okay. Now to assemble. Let's do it like this.
Willow says all she does is take her glasses off and laugh every time she runs into something. Yeah, well.
That's my kind of sense of humor.
I really only need them to read. I can still see pretty good,
You wear them though.
but I wear them all the time. Shannon's here. She's just up front.
She's up front.
She's working like a dog trying to get everything ready for Craft Acropolis.
If you stick around for the after show, I'll tell you what she's working on, and it's exciting, and you guys are going to want to know. So stick around for the after show. We'll talk about that. She is not frantically, but basically. She's trying to get something done for me by this afternoon. I don't know if it's going to happen or not. We'll see. I'll tell you about it in the after show. All right, so I stuck that little green back there to give me a little bit of land. Stuck a little green down there to give me a little bit of land. He doesn't really need any because I'm going to tuck him in a little bit. So he'll be fine. But I thought these guys needed it. Let's get some popper-uppers.
Moleskin.
What's that mean? For your nose.
For my glasses.
That makes sense. That makes sense. All right, these little guys make your life so easy. One.
Yes, Melody, we will be having an open house in November. unless something happens.
We had talked about maybe not based on cases, so be listening. Be listening. I feel like we will. I mean, it's going to just depend. It's going to just depend. I really want to. It's on Lydia's birthday. One of the days is Lydia's birthday, and she's so looking forward to it. And I do not want to disappoint right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
We don't need it right now. She don't need it right now. So if I told y'all that I feel like my creativity's off, I think it would make sense. I feel very rusty, and I'm not loving this.
Everybody else is adoring it.
Really? Because I'm kind of
Yeah.
like, I feel off. I'm not surprised that I feel off. Okay, I think I don't want to pop this up. I want to glue this straight down. Let me glue it down after I put the things in place. Not after all. I need to put this little guy in place. Notice how I put a little pop at the top of him, but not the bottom. I'm going to glue him flat at the bottom and have his little backside pop out. I said the after show would start at 1:30, but I know I'm running late. This crafting without a knit.
I mean, you're just a little bit.
So
Like
see,
2
I've got
minutes over so far.
I've got him tucked under, and then I've got him popped up. That'll give him a little dimension. This looks a little psychedelic. That paper behind it might have been a bad choice.
Well, somebody said you could kind of fray the paper behind it to make it look like
Fray it? Do y'all know
grass.
me?
You know,
Do y'all know me? Where's
fringe it.
Brenda?
Fringe it.
Y'all want Brenda to do it? She'll fray it.
Oh, she would definitely fray it.
I'm just messing with y'all. I'm not afraid of fraying. I'm not afraid of fraying. I'm just playing. Fray it. Remember when Mama did that? Split it.
Split it.
I love memories of my mama, y'all. They make me happy. I'm enjoying today. Some days they make me sad. Today they make me happy. Some days it sends me into a spiral, and some days it makes me just want to think of her and think of her and think of her.
Yep. Well, just like she told you, she missed her mama and daddy every day. And some days that made her happy, and some days it made her sad. So,
My mama said one time we were at a Christmas dinner, and her friend Deborah was sitting beside her, and it was time for dessert. And Miss Deborah said, "Miss Edna, you want to split some cheesecake?" And y'all, I am not kidding. My mother was sitting in the chair with her leaned back, just had enjoyed a big old meal, and she had her pinky finger picking in her teeth.
and you know how you kind of suck on your teeth to get them
She
out.
was- She was doing that. And Miss Deborah said, "Miss Edna, you want to split some cheesecake?" And my mama went, "Split it?" She said, "It's Christmas. I'm eating a whole piece all to myself." But she was in another world picking her teeth, and it just brought her out. Split it. So now we do that all the time.
We do.
Oh, she's hilarious. I bet she's having fun in heaven.
Ain't no doubt.
I bet people are loving her being there. Seriously. Because you can't be anywhere that's not fun with Mom. It's just how it was with her, wasn't it?
Yep.
Everything was fun. All right, I'm going to glue this little guy down. See, those memories are so good. Some days I have to do this.
You look cool in them shades. I
Some
ain't gonna
days we
lie.
cover the eyes. But today's memories are good, and I'm enjoying them. And I'm grateful because even my dad's been like, "Have you done a video yet? Have you done a video yet?" But today I'll be able to tell him I did a live show because we've been worried. We didn't know how it would go. God's grace. Pockets of peace.
Willow said it is illegal at this house to split cheesecake.
Split it. No, Willow's a girl.
I know, she just said it.
Oh, I thought you said at his house.
It's illegal at this house.
This house, my bad. All right, we got a white pennant. I'm just gonna do some. Where do I want to do it? Where I want it? I'm gonna go right here. Dot, dot, dash. Dot, dot, dash. Hey, y'all.
Miss Jones said she would let her mom and daddy know that Miss Edna's there so they can get together.
Oh, Miss Joan, that's so cool. Thank you for that. Isn't that awesome? That's just so awesome.
Ain't God good?
Now you make me want to sing. To give us so many blessings undeserving. Who sang that?
Isn't that the Babby song you were trying to get me to do? the
No,
other day?
that's old Southern gospel.
Well,
I
that's
forget.
why I don't know it.
I forget you weren't a Southern gospel person. undeserving. That's what we are. What is that song? We want to thank you. Love and praise him a little more today. Who sang that? A whole lot more tomorrow. You don't know that?
No.
Wow, I gotta learn you that one.
No, you don't.
I gotta learn it. Today, I'm gonna tell y'all something funny. Today I was listening to Joyce Meyer. I know everybody has their opinions on people. Have your opinion, it's fine. But I was listening to her. And today she said, it's so funny to me. Because it's me. That's why it's funny. She said, if food is your issue. She was talking about when Jesus told the disciples to pray that they wouldn't be tempted. She said, we need to be praying that we won't be tempted. She said, if food is your issue, pray before you eat 3 plates of food. I was like, that was in my face. I'm looking for a card base. I have some somewhere. Let's just call it, because I don't have a base sitting here, and I don't have a scrap. So this is what it would look like, but it needs a sentiment right here. And I'm going to put, nothing means more to me than you. Don't you think that's funny? Pray before you eat 3 plates of food.
That's what she said.
Oh, that's how that works. Too funny. What y'all talking about? Tell me what they talking about.
They just, just different stuff.
Look at that. That is as if it was planned. Right?
Just like it.
Why don't we put some leaves? I can't stop. I know I need to stop. I can't stop. If somebody up front is listening, I don't have anything to show unless they've set it outside the door or something. I don't have the stuff. I don't have the stuff. Hey, did y'all see the thumbnail for the after show? When I say, oh, yay, you say, don't say it. They have to guess it. They have to guess it. Y'all, this is what it needed. Look at that. Look at the precious. Okay. Okay. Just woke the whole thing up. Oh, leaf can't go up. They fall down. I mean, it's my world. I guess my leaves can float, can levitate, can't they? Y'all, come on. Look at that. That changes everything. Right? Do a little pile down here. My favorite stamps from stamp sets are the filler stamps. These little guys that just, you can do so much with, they're my favorite. Is Kim on? Kim Dixon.
She is.
Kim, thank you for your earlier text. I was in the middle of trying to get my camera to work when I read it. I'm going to tell you like I told Shannon, because Shannon's been texting me and I've been reading it but not responding. I said, Shannon, a good assistant would read my mind and know what my answer was. So, Kim, I hope you read my mind and knew that I was thanking you for that. It was a very sweet text. I appreciate it. And I'm feeling it. Can you tell I'm feeling it? I'm feeling it. All right. The leaves made all the difference. Right? Right? Come on. All right. Then I would just put this on a card base. This is literally the size of a card base, so any base underneath it would be fine, and then you would open it up like this. I love this.
It's cute.
Pretty simple, too. Like, I do some stuff a little different. Not a whole lot. Maybe I don't know. All right, guys. I love you so much. I hope you'll stick around. I hope you'll, if you don't know, we do this show, and then we do what's called the Crafter After Show, where we can talk about whatever we want. And yesterday we had a very exciting delivery. So today I have some stuff to show you. And if you know what we say around here, when I say, oh, yay, you say, I already saw it in the comments, so some people got it right. So I'm excited to show you that. Plus, I have a lot of information I want to share with you about our upcoming events, our online events, our in-person events. You're going to want to know it. So be sure, has the link made it in here yet? Be sure that, yeah, I think so too. The leaves and the sentiment make it rock. Really is cute.
There's the link.
There's the link to the after show. So be sure to click on that and come over and listen. Just come chat with us. Just come chat. We can be a little more casual. And we will see you there in just a few minutes. Love you guys.
Bye now.
Bye. Well, if I can get this to work. Bye now.
You leaving us?